What's going on, my pie hose? It's like pyro, get it? And we're doing another video about Team Fortress 2. So this is kind of linked to the last TF2 video I did, which you can watch here. Where I went in medieval mode and played as the pyro. You know, something you don't really see much in medieval mode. You just see demo knights and snipers most times.
Yeah, that seems about right.
But essentially what this video is I'm going to talk about what I think they could do with medieval mode to make it more fun again. I know they're probably not gonna, it's an old mode, it was probably just like a one-off little meme and it's enjoyable, so good job there, but I think they could do some interesting things with it. There are a couple ideas I've had while thinking about this concept, so we're just gonna go through them. I'll talk about how I think they can work and kind of what's inspired me if anything has. So first things first, obviously new maps. That's a good way to reinvigorate any game mode, is just add some new maps. So some new medieval maps maybe would be fun. Like bigger castles, larger castles, like just a battleground in general, you know, medieval-esque places. I know the group keep has kind of been turned into like a tourist attraction, secret base kind of thing, with all the computers around. So they could do something similar with other castles, like ones in Germany. Maybe the medic had one, because you know he's kind of like a mad scientist doctor dude. His base of operations might have been some sort of castle, like at Rottenburg. They could expand on the Rottenburg lore, where they could experiment with different types of maps. Like I know there's the Helm's Deep map in the community, capture the point and payloads. So maybe we could have like a payload medieval map, and like all the different game modes kind of maps for medieval mode. So like a capture point, capture the flag, you know. Also add weapons that are more suited for each class in medieval mode, because at the moment a lot of classes don't really have gun melees which work in medieval mode. Obviously the demo man does and the sniper does, but I think more characters could benefit from more weapons to use in medieval mode. Also more medieval-esque cosmetics. We do have a lot right now, but I always think we could do something different. We don't just need more knight helmets. There were many more things that were worn in the medieval age that could really be used to our advantage to create some cool cosmetics for our TF2 mercenaries. Another idea I had was something sort of like man versus machine. It's like a co-op PvE kind of thing. Right, so I'll just explain it. So my idea was like a D&D campaign sort of thing, but each class at TF2 has different abilities in this game mode. So essentially it'd be like the pyro is a fire mage, the scout is obviously like a ranger or a scout, the sniper is a ranger with his bow and arrow, the heavy is like a barbarian, the soldier's like your classic warrior, paladin fella, you've got the medic who's like a shaman, and that essentially that sort of thing. And like there are the power-ups from what's it called? Manpower. So obviously in manpower you have different power-ups, so you can do different things. When you kill someone, they drop a power-up or they're just hidden around the map. But also the spellbook from Scream Fortress is also a good idea. They could implement these power-ups and the spellbook as like a weapon you can use in the game mode. So say you're like the pyro, you get like fire spells that you can learn and level up. And it's essentially a cross between MVM and manpower, but it's also like a small mini campaign you can do co-op. So it's longer than your average man versus machine thing. Or maybe around the same length. It's not like waves, it's like you gotta complete certain or specific quests maybe. I haven't really thought through the logistics of it, I just thought it'd be a good idea. I could talk about it in a video. Now this idea was inspired by a poster I attempted to make. Didn't turn out as well as I'd hoped, but I'm not the best at source filmmaker, so it's not surprising to me that it didn't turn out as well as I thought it would. But it's still, you know, still a pretty good idea. I think if we could develop something like this, and maybe you could like upgrade cosmetics that are added in the update in the co-op mode. Obviously you don't need to. You can do them through like playing on the maps, but you can like speed up, I guess, the leveling up process if you play the co-op campaign. Obviously, I don't think this update will drop, because I think they're done with medieval mode. It's just like a funny meme they did. It's fun to play. That's it. You only really need the one map, but there are people who want more. I want more of medieval mode, so I figured we could do something like that to spice up the mode. Make it more than just a misc map. Make it like an epic medieval campaign. Obviously this campaign can be limited time, or it could stick like MVM has sticked. Obviously MVM was meant to stay forever, so this might be a cool little event thing they could do. Sort of like Overwatch when they do their like limited PvE things, but like actually keep it. I guess it'll come down to how popular it is and how many people want to play it, because obviously if no one's going to play it, then what's the point of having it in the game? So you might as well just keep the PvE mode. That's why I love MVM. I like co-op. Also, it's fun to team up with your fellow players and defeat mobs, I guess, NPCs. If we take the MVM concept of bosses, because obviously there's big robots that are stronger than the little boys, then they could work as like dungeon bosses or something. So it could be like a dungeon crawler, where you, instead of defending against wave of monsters, you push through the defensive monsters to get to the boss. And there are many different dungeons and stuff you can take. Now that would be epic. But yeah, that was my idea for a TF2 update, guys. If you guys did enjoy, you know what to do. You can slap that like button, you know, just come on board into your ladders, that like button. Subscribe, also appreciated. You know, if you like my videos, you like my content, you hit the subscribe button and watch my other stuff, you know. I have fun making it, hopefully you had fun watching it. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Have a nice day.
Hey, oh, I've been up for like 2 hours. 2 hours. Yo, bitch came through, took a few showers. I don't buy my just money dance, yeah. That wristwatch costs 100 grand.